Here's a question. Have you ever had a horrible boss? Have you ever encountered an individual who says that they are the leader, the captain, the person that is supposed to put you in the next wave or the person that's supposed to train you to become better than what you already are going into your position? It's been said that people don't leave bad jobs, they leave because of a bad boss, poor management who don't appreciate your value. And that's what today's episode is all about. Have faith, let it begin. Dr. Eanelli, Angel, have faith starts right now.
Welcome to Have Faith. Let it begin. Here's your host, Angel Santana.
Ariel, can you say have faith?
Again.
Let it begin?
Again.
Say have faith.
Again.
Let it begin.
No.
No? Okay.
It's a boy.
Hi, Noah.
Noah!
Jesus. Happy birthday, Noah!
Caitlin,
You did amazing.
you just put those notes in.
Noah. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Have Faith, Let It Begin. This is a very controversial episode because we're talking about bosses. And one of my bosses actually is my co-host and good friend, Dr. Tommy Eanelli. What's up, boss?
Angel, it's such a pleasure to be here Monday morning. Hello, have faith, let it begin, audience, friends, co-conspirators, and managers of their own brouhahas and shenanigans and hootenannies. It's your friend Tommy Eanelli here with Angel, and it's such an interesting topic. I chose it. Angel gave me 10 choices, and I chose horrible bosses because I sure hope I'm not one of them.
We can go out. Listen, the thing about it is, I know a lot of us have had a horrible boss. Hopefully not everybody continues to have horrible bosses, but for me, the minute I hear the word horrible boss, I can't stop to wonder or think about being in my 20s and having a boss who did not like me simply for the fact that my mentor was one of his enemies and being treated like as if I was his son and redheaded stepchild, so to speak, and just finding every and any way possible to try to make me crack under pressure.
Yeah, no question. That's really well said. The point that brings up is that as a leader, as someone who leads people in employment, we can't escape our human immaturities, and it's shocking to see grown people behave like children. It really is, and we see it every day. I mean, every day I see leaders, whether it be at our hospital, whether it be just looking out at the world. I mean, even our presidents, over the last couple of years have shown significant immaturity, significant lack of judgment, significant issues in leading people, leading countries, right? Leading, democracies, leading the world. We're not looking at a global leadership, horrible boss situation, but in your employment, in my employment, we always come across these challenges. How do we deal with these challenges? And Angel, how do you deal with the day-to-day? I know we're going to talk about some old horrible boss situations, when we were young, our first jobs or whatever, but even to this day, and again, this is not a commentary on anybody in our hospital system or whatever, because we do admire the people that we work with, but they're not always perfect. They not always have shining moments. How do you deal with it, Angel?
I would start with a quote. There was a movie that I saw. I'm sure you've seen it. You love sports. Remember the Titans.
Yes.
And there's a very, very good, amazing quote. Attitude reflect leadership. And I look at what I bring to the table. So let's just start this way. Every single morning we wake up, we go to work. Every single morning we wake up, there is or possibly could be drama or storms that we're battling. I am a firm believer that when you get to your job, all that is at the door. You leave it at the door. You cannot bring that to work, and you certainly can't bring it home. You have to find a safe haven. You have to find this this safe zone so that you can provide others with the same decency and kindness that should be embedded into your job routine, job declaration or description, and that is be courteous and kind.
Yeah, you know what? You know the way I am with sports, and I don't know if you know this, but I also love stupid movies,
Mm.
particularly with Will Ferrell. So there was a movie called Semi Pro where he plays on a basketball team, and his entire mantra is ELE, everybody love everybody. And that's really the key, don't you think?
Absolutely. I mean, there's another quote that I also listened to: "A leader is admired, and a boss is feared."
Yeah, you don't want to be feared either. You
Exactly.
want to, yeah,
But I mean, growing up in my 20s, as we get into that, I think when I first got my title, I wanted to be liked. I wanted everybody to like me. And in reality, people didn't respect me because I made decisions that I thought were good, not knowing what was good for a business, but more importantly, what's good for the person. Because just because you make a decision that you feel is good for you doesn't mean it's good for the business or for that person. And if that person doesn't get the answers that they need or the right path that they should be taking, ultimately they're not going to be the greatest employee.
Yeah, and I was actually talking to Denise about this, my wife, the other day. I went through decades of making decisions based on what I thought everyone would want, and even if it was not really in everyone's, yeah, in my best interest, where it made me work harder or spend extra money or whatever on different events or whatever, I noticed that you still can't please everybody, even if you think you're the perfect boss and do go above and beyond and to the moon and back. There's still people that are going to have an issue with you. They might not tell you to your face, but they will, and you just can't please everyone. So you just have to make sure you're fair. It's a lot like parenting, don't you think, Angel?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, you have to be firm but fair. A bad manager can take a good staff and destroy it. Morale could be instantly destroyed. You want to make sure you come in with the notion that, okay, we're a team. We're going to tackle on our daily tasks, our daily goals, our weekly goals, and if one fails, we fail. I'll tell you a quick story. I was on the phones doing my job, and somebody called to complain. And obviously I don't know what happened. I don't know. There's always two sides to a story, but I always take the first person at face value and I say, listen, I am really sorry that happened to you. Let me find somebody that can help you. Again, I want to apologize. And then they always say, no, you're nice, but the people you work with are bad. And I say, no, let me explain something to you. If somebody dropped the ball, then I have dropped the ball with them. Because if they fail, we fail. And then they go, whoa. And it's true. And when you have that mentality, when you think about that, it does make for a better working environment.
Accountability.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've done a bunch of podcasts actually on the CROC podcast talking about leadership a lot, and I guess this plays into our episode today. But I really would put out there, creativity is also important with because even though you don't want to always give in to everybody because they're not going to like you anyway or they're going to take advantage of you. What I noticed is a successful method for leaders is to try to make sure that you advocate for the people underneath you, try to maximize their professional growth, and maybe do it a bit creatively, meaning that, managers that are by the book every single time, sometimes by doing something that might be a little illegal, maybe switching the vacation when it's really not allowed or doing anything like that. Really, the bottom line is maybe you give that employee that little slack, and they'll remember it and do the above and beyond for you later. So accountability. So first of all, love everybody, right? Everybody love everybody. Be respectful. Don't make decisions as a leader trying to get people to like you or love you. Be fair, but set boundaries. Be accountable, as Angel said, and be creative. Make sure you manage outside of the box. Do not be a manager with a pencil and a checkbox, because that doesn't work.
Absolutely. And I think that what a good way to close this out too is simply put, we talked about how bad managers are feared, right? You know what I find is very, very, very consistent? People that fear the bosses are the ones that complain about their bosses. But you know what they don't do? They fail to communicate to their boss what they are doing right or wrong. And sometimes that boss that is communicated properly is really not a bad boss. They have just rented bad behaviors from their managers who have trained them the wrong way.
Yep. Well said, Angel.
Yeah, without a doubt. Well, I think this is a good episode. I think this was something that everybody can relate to. I think that all of us should take the time to understand that we're all human. We are not perfect. We all strive to be number one. We all strive to be good at what we do, but occasionally we find those bumps in the road. Find a good way to follow that path that doesn't have those bumps. And when you encounter the bumps, guess what? You can pull over, reassess, and get on the correct road so that you don't hit those bumps.
Well said, my friend. Lead us in prayer.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for today's episode. We thank you for coming together each and every single weekday, but we really thank you for having a great co-host and good friend like Dr. Tom Eanelli, who brings his talent to us each and every single Monday. We hope and pray that he continues to be with us and continues to drive this road of this path of righteousness that he has provided us and keeping us on this track that is just unbreakable. We hope that every single person that goes into work today will drive to work and say, you know what? Today is the day that I will talk to my boss and speak with them as professionals, as a courtesy, and hope and pray that that boss receives that message and understands it is not a threat. It is not a direct, shot. More or less, it's an opportunity for you both to come together and unite as one. We pray this today and every day. May God be with you. May he shine his light upon you and grant each and every single one of you peace on earth. And never forget,
Have faith. Let it begin.
peace. Thank you for listening to another episode of Have Faith, Let It Begin. That's right, Ariel. We're done with another show. And it's always great to have this show with you, my love. We're going to encourage each and every person to listen to our show every single weekday. That's right, you and I are going to help change the world. Do you think that you can do that for me? Huh? Yeah, you know you can. She does. We want to let you know, and yes, we encourage you to listen to our show each and every weekday, and it's going to be live at 7:30. Make sure you're subscribed to our show. Make sure you get ready, fasten those seatbelts, because Ariel and I and my family are going to bring you a new topic, a new story each and every day, right? Isn't that right, Ariel? Yeah. And she's smiling at me. Guys, enjoy your day.